What's up, everybody? What y'all got for me?
You know what day it is?
Sunday.
But is it Sunday?
It is technically Sunday, but it is our Wednesday.
How strange is this kind of stretch been of figuring out recovery and preparation and everything with back-to-back Thursday games?
It's been weird, because there's trying to fit, like last week, trying to fit what you typically do in a full week into some days is tough. And then you have this week where, you have a holiday, you're working on the weekend. Some places are closed if you want to use them. People's schedule is different on the weekends. And so I just think it's part of being a professional, figuring out how to maximize your time. And, it's our job to make sure we're ready whenever we play.
Pete said that messaging from the team leaders right now to the younger guys about being that professional about that. What are you telling those guys about Thursday to Thursday, and Sundays to Wednesday, and the league's playing and you're not? What is the message?
It's tough because you're trying to figure out your schedule. Figure out how to do things, especially when you're young. A lot of times, your youth allows you to just recover fast, and you feel like you don't have to do as much. But then sometimes that creates kind of a weird routine for you that you don't want to have for the duration of the season. So, being smart about doing the stuff that you've done throughout the course of the season, being consistent with it. Just also understanding, where we're at right now in the season, understanding the adversity that we have, and making sure that you are at your best shape and your best space mentally to take on the games that we have left.
When you look at Dallas and the points that they're scoring, how much of that is a result of Dak making plays versus the various playmakers that he has around him?
I think it's a combination of both. I think he's doing a good job of knowing when to use his legs to make those plays, and then knowing when to, pass a guy open and things of that nature, because you have to respect. You watch a couple of games, he has, 10 yards right in front of him, and you feel like, all right, let me go get him. And as soon as you make that commitment, he throws it to the playmakers. I think he's done a great job of getting the ball into the playmakers' hands, allowing them to create plays after the catch. And so we just got to do a really good job of containing him, as well as understanding where the playmakers are at.
Why haven't teams been able to get to him? I know it's the size of their offensive line, and it's been good, but why has it been hard to get into the backfield?
I mean, I think it's a combination of the O-line doing a great job, but then, him being able to escape. I think early on in his career when he, as soon as he kind of put his head down, he would take off and run. Now, he kind of moves around the pocket, has a really good pocket presence, and understands where the routes are, down the field. And so I think it's a combination between the O-line doing a good job and as well as Dak being able to understand the pocket and make the accurate throws.
You guys have always done a really good job, had a really good record, bouncing back from kind of tough losses, especially during the time. What is it, I guess, about what Pete does and all that has always kind of allowed you guys to do that?
I think it's the positivity. I think it's the consistency of the messaging, things of that nature. I think that's kind of the biggest thing, and just understanding that every game is going to feel like a big game or feel like a big moment after a loss or whatever the case may be, because that's just how, no offense, that's how the media works. It makes you feel like it's like the end of the world, but it's not. If you can grasp that concept and you can put that game behind you and not let it leak into the next game, I think it sets you up for success, which I think he does a good job of.
The message you have to use towards the younger guys, like if the media might make it sound like it's the end of the world, but we're still in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, because I think especially younger generations, like you pay a lot more attention to the social media and all the things of that nature. So you have to kind of step away from that and understand what the reality is. In reality, we have a lot of games left. We have a great team, and we were in a good position, and we're in control of our destiny. And so we need to come out. We need to make the plays that we need to make. We need to do our jobs better, and that's all in our control.
You nominated for that Art Ernie Sportsmanship Award. What is that?
forward mean to you?
I think it's really cool. You know, when I was nominated by it, I read up on it, seen some of the people that have won it, and just what it means as a competitor and things of that nature. And to be nominated for something like that, I think is really cool. I'm humbled.
What was working so well for San Francisco in the first half offensively?
I think they were doing a good job of messing with our fits, whether it's in the run game and in the pass game. And, you know, we didn't do a good job of taking proper angles and making the tackles when we needed to make them.
Do you think you had a sack on the play where Purdy got the ball out?
I thought I did, but, you know, I think it's tough. You know, if you kind of too aggressive, then it's a flag. And but, I mean, I should have probably just held on his hand a little bit longer so he wasn't able to throw it. So I could have made that play not happen.
So was that going through your mind at the time? I mean, as you get him and.
I don't think it was going through my mind at the time. I thought he was down. Then, like, I had him for a good amount of time, so I thought the play was over because I've seen them call that play way faster than what I had him. So I wasn't trying to have a positive play turn into a negative play by making it a penalty. But, I mean, that's, again, you know, you be in this game long enough, you still learn, and that's learning and make sure I wrap his hands up and he can't, you know, throw the ball. It was a good play.
Anything else? Thank you.
Appreciate it.